Lugansk, that could have been easily predicted. It also could have been predicted that Crimea would have something to say about the situation going on in Kiev. Now, as a reminder, Crimea is also historically Russian. In fact, it was part of Russia up until 1954, when then Soviet leader Nikita Khrushchev gave the Crimean Peninsula as a gift to then Soviet Republic Ukraine. It wasn't really a big deal at the time, but if you think about it, the people of Crimea weren't getting a chance to decide their fate in 1954. However, they did get a chance to decide their fate in 2014 when they decided and voted in a referendum to join Russia. And the interesting thing about this here is if you were only going off of what the US government and the mainstream media here in this country tell you, then you would think that this was a referendum that was held at gunpoint, right? You were told that Russian troops were on the ground in Crimea. You would think that they were going house to house and that they were forcing the residents there to vote to join Russia or else. But that's not remotely what happened. It was very peaceful. The people there, many of the people there already considered themselves to be part of Russia. This was just a way of making it official. And it was also a way of saving them from the wrath of the brand new regime that was being installed over in Kiev. And that not only was it backed by the West, but we also have to remember that this regime was anti Russian, right? They came in, they banned the Russian language. They wanted all of these ethnic Russians to not only forget their language, but to forget their history and their culture. So I do not blame the people of Crimea whatsoever for saying, hey, I'm going to vote in a referendum to return to the country that I identify with, that I am part of. And that's not just me saying that. That's not just the Russian media saying that. That's also notably the BBC that was reporting this in this report that aired in March 2014.
Welcome to Russia. Even before the result, people are celebrating because they know exactly what it'll be. A genuine, overwhelming yes to joining the Russian Federation. During the day, the few Russian troops in the streets weren't coercing the locals. They were besieging the remaining Ukrainian soldiers inside their barracks. Many local people regard them as friends. The West maintains the referendum is illegal since Russia signed an international agreement to guarantee Ukraine's borders. But a great many Russian-speaking people here believe they're being liberated from a country they never wanted to belong to.
And if you want to check out that full episode